go any other place, we can go there too. You want to go there?
Let's go there.
Now listen, you motherfucker. I'm asking some serious questions out here, okay?
What serious questions?
Now, why would you want to fuck Trump?
Huh?
Why do you say fuck Trump? You don't know. You don't know? You don't have an opinion?
That's all I got to say about him.
I say.
That's all I got to say.
You were curious. I've been meditating on this whole day because I've been watching you know who Peter Strzok is? I don't want to go stupid. If you've been paying attention at all, Peter Strzok was the FBI agent in charge of the Hillary Clinton investigation and the Donald Trump
investigation. Y'all still talking about Hillary Clinton?
Huh?
Y'all still talking about Hillary Clinton? That's long.
Oh, yeah.
That's a long time.
Well, maybe to you it is because you've got a short attention span. You see, with the attention span of a goldfish, I can understand you not, going anyplace else. But I'm trying, again, carry on a conversation about current events that are pertinent to what's going on. And anybody that's a liberal, I'm trying to understand them. Because right now, I can't understand them.
Okay.
And it's because things like Peter Strzok, who was head of the investigation for Donald Trump, and in the emails with his extramarital affair lover in the FBI.
Didn't Trump have that?
We're talking about Strzok here, okay? All right? Again, this is very hard to carry on a conversation with someone with your limited intellect. I understand that. I have to, keep it short, little, four-word, phrases, because otherwise I can see it like you're already looking away. Your attention span is like that of a goldfish. So it just goes away. So what I'm asking about is this man, like you, in emails to his lover, was saying things like, fuck Trump. Trump's a douchebag. He's the worst thing that could ever happen to the country. Yet, he was in charge of the investigation and in Congress before, on camera, looking at us and telling us, no, I'm not biased. I'm not biased.
He said bad things about Hillary as well. The only person he didn't say anything bad about was Casey. So
no. I'm not understanding. I'm glad you come in with this. Because we're talking about, do you believe him? Because if you were, let's say, you have animosity. Like right now, if this guy was going to be on a jury and he was being the one on trial, and I was a lawyer, and I said, what do you think of Trump? And he would say, fuck Trump. I went, well, you're off the jury.
But if he said,
wait, he'd be off the jury, wouldn't he?
But if he said,
wouldn't he?
I don't know, because you're not letting me.
What do you mean you don't know? That's direct bias right there. You would never be, if you're going to be on a jury and the lawyer asks you, what do you think about my defendant? And you said, fuck him, you would not get on that jury.
One question. Wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute.
Can I ask one question though?
Well, he ain't answering mine. Why should I answer yours?
I haven't been with him.
Okay, good. What
do you think that immigrants contribute to this country?
Legal immigrants, yes.
So you don't think illegal ones do?
No, they're breaking the law.
Okay, well let me tell you how illegal immigrants do contribute to this country. Can I tell you one way?
Sure.
I'm a war veteran. I fought for this country. I risked my life for this country. Okay. My parents were illegal immigrants.
Okay.
So that's how they contribute to the country. We risk our lives. We don't come out here and talk shit to people. We really risk our lives.
I'm talking shit. Then you fought so I could do this.
No, I didn't.
So don't be that hypocritical to me.
Wait a minute. No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
So I can't do this, and you're going to stop me?
No,
How?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't fight for nobody like him.
No.
I wouldn't.
Are you going to stop me from doing this?
I don't put my life on the line for people who don't like me.
Are you going to stop me from doing this?
I would not risk my life for somebody who does not like me.
Are you going to stop me from doing this?
Stop you for what?
I just got one question.
You're not going to stop me from saying what I say, though, right?
Oh, no, you got the right to be an asshole hypocrite anytime you want.
You're not going to stop me, I'm not going to stop you.
I just have one question.
Okay.
Where can I get them pants?
Hey, man, that's styling, ain't I?
Okay. So I'm going to answer your question, then I want you to answer mine.
You ain't answered my question.
I said I'm going to answer your question,
You haven't answered my question.
I will. I said I'm going to answer yours, and then I want you to answer mine. So no, that person would not be on the jury.
Okay.
But if that same person said fuck Hillary as well, would he be on the jury for Hillary?
No.
Okay. So I mean, that's where we are.
No, that's what I'm saying. Strzok should not be in charge of any investigation.
He wasn't in charge of
But he wasn't just saying fuck Hillary. He didn't say that. He said she ought to win 100 million to 1. He said that it'd be anybody that doesn't vote for her is nuts.
Because
he was all about her.
Well, but I mean, we're always going to have an inherent bias, aren't we? I mean,
Not if you're look. Obviously, one of the sections you got to look at during that hearing is I loved it. It was that one. They don't show him, but there was that one congressman that got up there, and all he did was he read the code of conduct for the FBI. He just went through the code of conduct, and then he went through what Strzok did, and he didn't ask any questions. But every code of conduct was broken, and yet Strzok was made head of the investigation. We're supposed to believe he had no bias, and you're buying that?
No. But he was not. First of all, he wasn't the head of the investigation. But the second thing,
I got good money to show you that's not true.
But the second thing is do you text your significant other things that you wouldn't text the general public?
No. There's been over 50,000 text emails, and I'm not head of the damn FBI.
You answer that question. Would you text your significant other text messages that you wouldn't send to other people?
That's apples and oranges. But I'm not in charge of an investigation. It's supposed to be impartial.
I said.
So your question is meaningless.
No, I'm asking you a personal question, not about this investigation. Do you text your significant other things that you wouldn't? Oh, do you text your mom?
You think my mother's still alive?
She could be. I would hope she is. But do you text your friends things that you wouldn't text in public?
I'm out here in public saying exactly what the hell I want to say to them and to you. So no, I would never. I'll say the same things here I say in private, and I don't hide behind some bullshit saying that, but I'm not biased. Oh yeah, I think the guy's a douchebag. I think he's bad for the country. I think he's everything else in the world. We got insurance policies against him. But I'm going to be fair, and if you believe that, you're dumber than they think you are.
I don't understand what you're saying that he did that was inappropriate. What did he do that was inappropriate in the investigation? What did he do?
Again, to start out with, you cannot expect him to be...
I understand you think that he's biased, but what I'm asking is, where did that bias show up in the investigation?
All through
Where? Give me an example.
The insurance policy. If he gets in, we'll have an insurance policy.
Show me where the bias was. Where was the bias?
Well, the insurance policy to come up with the phony dossier.
So the dossier was phony?
Yes.
Why is the dossier phony?
Because it came out in the testimony that he got part of the material from Orr, whose wife worked at Fusion, who wrote the dossier.
So you think that there was actually this big organized group that got together that created a dossier against Trump?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right.
That's where the evidence points. And you guys don't see it because the line is right there. Strzok brought it up in the testemony. He said he got the information from Orr. And Orr's wife works for Fusion GPS that's paid for to make up the dossier.
I work some other place too, but listen, show me in the investigation where you see any bias.
I just did, but obviously it's too complicated once I got past two names for you to follow this.
All you did was tell me that somebody worked here and there. You've not told me what they did in the investigation.
Christ almighty. I talked to you about a woman who worked for Fusion GPS.
She worked for Fusion.
That came.
Okay. So what?
Oh, okay, they only made up the dossier. They're the ones that only wrote it. They're the ones that had contact with Steele. Who cares? Who cares? Why would they pay attention to that?
Because where's the proof that the dossier is fake? Where's the proof? You saying that you don't trust the people that wrote it? I get that.
Well, why did they mention? Why did they mention that she paid for it when they went to the FICE court?
That was your.
Why didn't they mention it when they went to the FICE court?
That's your opinion.
Why did Sir Rosenstein say he didn't even read it when he signed off on it?
You haven't given me any. Hold up. You haven't given me any evidence.
Yo, you ain't listening. I just gave you the evidence.
You gave me your opinion.
No, it's not my opinion. It is Strzok's testimony before Congress.
That's your opinion that is fake. You've not shown anything that says it's fake.
His testimony before Congress is fake.
You saying that dossier? Go ahead. I'm having a good time.
His testimony before Congress is fake. Then he broke the law there. Because if he's lying to Congress under oath, he broke the law.
Exactly.
So why would he lie about getting the information from Orr? Why would he lie about that?
Okay, so now we want to go down that he lied and said he didn't get the information from Orr, or that he did.
He did. He said he got the information
okay, he said
from
he
Orr.
got the information from Orr. You saying he didn't get the information from Orr?
I'm saying he.
I'm asking.
Christ,
No. Just,
what is it? Is it seriously? Are they really this thick? He got in the testimony.
Yes.
Strzok said to the. Then it's a question, Jordan, right? That yes, he got information on the dossier from Orr.
Okay.
That was a new revelation. That made a direct connection to Fusion GPS.
Okay.
Fusion GPS paid Steele for the dossier, which has never been proven to be true. Ever.
Okay.
Nothing in there has been proven to be true. It's all conjecture.
No, I mean, but what you're giving me is conjecture right now as well. You're not giving me any proof. You're giving me conjecture.
Look at the testimony.
I understand how you got to that, because that's kind of where you want to wind up. But that is conjecture. You're saying that this dossier is fake. You have no proof that it's fake.
So the blood leads right up to the guy standing there with a knife in his hand over the dead body. But you didn't see him stab him, so he's innocent.
Until proven guilty in the court of law, yes. Absolutely. That's what we're founded on. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. Now, let me just ask you this.
Right. Do you know how many people get convicted on...
Does this man tell the truth?
Yes.
All the time. This man tells the truth. He tells quite a few that.
Do you tell the truth all the time?
So now it's back to me. Do I tell the truth?
Well, you brought up that example before. You were trying to put it off.
That's what I was saying. I asked you that before, but now you're saying, okay, he does.
But you're trying to make it sound like an safe thing or something.
No, what I'm saying is so if this man doesn't tell the truth all the time, and he said that the dossier is fake, why is it that you...
He didn't say it.
He didn't
investigate. Yeah, he said it, but other people... He said it because investigators have proven it to be fake.
What other people? What investigators?
Holy Jesus Christ. This is why I can't talk to you people. You don't know anything.
I thought you was out here to talk to people.
Yeah, but you don't... It's hard to explain to you when you don't know the full information. You ain't been following the story. So when I say something that exists, you go, well, that's fake. How do we know that exists? Oh, you're conjecture. It's no. I'm talking about stuff you could readily look up on your iPhone.
Why are you out here except to talk to people, right? Isn't that what you're out here for?
Yeah.
That's what you're out here for.
It's not easy.
I want to engage with you, and I'm feeling this.
Yeah, but when I say something, then you counter with, well, that's conjecture. I'm telling you it's not. It's a matter of record. You can look at it. You can hear the guy say it. This is what I said.
All I'm saying is when you looked at that, nothing that you have told me has been proven to show that dossier is false. I don't care about the dossier, to be completely honest about it. I care about this country. I care about the policy.
Well, you should have if they used it to go ahead and trump up charges that are completely fake, because out of the latest indictments came out, what did Rosenstein say? There were no Americans involved.
So you think all of the things that was against Hillary Clinton was true then?
That woman.
True? No. So you take that to be true, but you take what's against.
I go off the evidence. I've been following this woman for a long time.
Okay, so the evidence of her emails. Tell me what was wrong with the emails.
How about while she was under subpoena to turn them over, 33,000 of them were destroyed.
She was not under subpoena then. She left the State Department.
All right, wait a second. I got good money. I got good money to prove you wrong. Come on, let's go. $20. $20. Let's look it up. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna roll with you on that.
$20. She was under subpoena to turn over those emails.
Not at the time.
Yes.
Not at the time that she destroyed the emails.
So would that make it okay that she destroyed the emails regardless? Would that make it okay? Would that make it okay?
Hold on a minute.
Would that make it okay? I destroyed evidence. I bleached it. I went ahead and smashed the iPhones.
Wait a minute.
This is all record. You know that, right?
But you called it evidence. There was no evidence then. There was no investigation then. So how can it be evidence if there was no investigation at that point?
Oh, again, just put up the money.
Right? Because I would tell you, Colin Powell, what did he do when he left? And you know, Colin Powell used the AOL account. Where are those emails? I don't hear people asking about those emails.
Okay, there's 120. Look up, Clinton emails destroyed while under subpoena. We're going to couple different sources because I want to make sure that we get this right. That's another thing about this. Of course, whoops, I'm sorry, where did I do that? See, the problem with the Silicon Valley is all liberal.
No, that's not true either. But go ahead, because they give money to Republicans as much as they give to Democrats. You know what the difference is? They don't publicize it because it's not as in. No. It's not as in vogue. Sure, right. Because I will tell you, yes, Hollywood is very liberal.
Let's see. See, it's hard because all these guys are part of this. Here's my take on this. If you're taking commercial money, you're suspect because you never know when, because you're taking corporate money.
I agree with you.
That's why I get my
email.
suspect like the New York Post and,
Well, I mean, that's why I get my information from multiple sources because multiple sources aren't going to have the same.
Yeah, but multiple sources all saying the same thing.
No, but that's why you got to look at it and decipher it for yourself.
Destroyed Flint's. No, that's close. I might almost accept something from the Hill, but that's him really.
The Hill is very balanced.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, they kicked me off. They won't let me comment anymore. Besides, I talked to one of their reporters out here one day, and I asked her. I got her on video saying this. I asked her because we got into talking about taboo subjects, things that they're not allowed to talk about, and I got her to admit on camera that there are things they cannot report on. So, they're not all there either. Double standard. Let's try a different search.
Because, I mean, we're definitely not doing Fox News. So.
Well, we can or can't. Then you can double check it with yours. I mean, we can look at one of mine. Yeah, receiving subpoena. Yeah, Trump destroyed 33,000. She destroyed 33,000 emails after receiving subpoena. Thank you for the $20.
No, like I said, let's see the source, and we got to read it.
Well, then let's look at it. What does it say right there? Let's listen to it.
What did you say? Talk about something slightly different. She mentions this.
Oh, this is him saying that. This is not anybody.
Well, he's the president of the United States. Prove him wrong.
No. We said we're looking at reputable sources.
He's the president of the United States.
So Obama was a reputable source?
No.
Okay then. No, but Obama was president of the United States. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but this guy tells the truth.
You just told me Trump lied.
Every now and then, not as much as he tells the truth. I walk in, I got the perfume on me, and my old lady goes, hey, where have you been? I said, at the flower shop, honey. I'm not going to tell him I was hanging out with Lucy. All right? So
that's just him.
Again, there it is. That's the first thing. Yeah, well, it's true.
No.
Then go ahead. Go ahead and do that search. But he said, do that search.
He said Hillary did that, but as we're looking
do that search.
As we're looking right here, we have not seen any headline that says that's.
There you go again with this. I give you the Strzok testimony telling you that, it leads right up to the fact that this whole thing came from Orr's wife who worked at Fusion GPS. So the whole thing was like manufactured out of there. And you go, so what? So what? Well, so what that the president of the United States, and you can look up
then he wasn't president. He was candidate Trump.
Fact check. I don't trust that. I don't trust that. Snoop's turned out to be a some fat lady.
Well, let me ask you: Do you believe Chuck Grassley?
Chuck Grassley?
Yeah.
Some of the things he says.
Okay. He says, I think they all fall into one great big mistake she made. Republican Senator Chuck Grassley of Iowa told him.
Big mistake? How about breaking the law? A mistake, a mistake is like, oh, I'm sorry, I put the milk in the freezer, by mistake. I don't know. That was under subpoena, going ahead and destroying email.
There was no subpoena because, first of all, she was still in the Obama administration. So now you're telling me that the Obama administration was prosecuting.
Why under subpoena? Look that up. Look that up.
No, just let's talk man to man here. You're telling me now that the Obama administration had an investigation into Hillary Clinton at the time she left the State Department, which he had just won re-election. They were investigating Hillary Clinton.
Again.
No.
Why? Look this up. I'm not saying while she was under subpoena
I'm asking you.
She was asked to turn over the emails. She stalled. She stalled. And then we found out afterwards that during the time that they asked her to go ahead and turn over the emails, she had bleach bit the.
Wait, hold on.
No, not hold on. She bleach bit the computers. She took the iPhones and had them smashed. Look that up.
Okay.
Now they get red.
But I'm gonna let you keep your 20. But I mean, I really want you to think about that though.
We're calling a draw, but I'm telling you, brother.
No, because you just said.
Bullshit. I'll tell you what. This is what we'll do. Here's my get out of jail free card from Hillary Clinton. Okay. Now my email's on the back. When you do this, let's email each other some proof of what we're saying.
Absolutely.
We would do that.
Listen.
What's your name, bro?
Not only I'm gonna give you my business card.
Oh, terrific.
I'm in town for a mailers conference, but I'm gonna write my personal email on there.
Oh, great.
As well.
I love
we'll
this.
do that. But I have a buddy who is a diehard Republican, and you can look him up. His name is Patrick Caston. He actually spoke at CPAC. No, it wasn't Romney. Yeah, the year Romney ran, he spoke at CPAC. He was a student at the college where he was a pen.
And what do you do?
I run the mail center at Lake Forest College.
Oh, okay. That explains something.
And I'm a politics major also, so I just graduated.
Yeah, well, I'm
as a politics
speaking
major.
to a lot of educators because it's summertime. So I'm speaking to a lot of educators.
But
I mostly speak to the ones that, of course, going. The education system. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But the thing is, I want people to dispute on facts.
Yeah.
That's what my problem is. Because, like I said, Hillary was still in the Obama administration. Therefore, she wasn't under investigation. Therefore, when she destroyed them, they weren't under subpoena. And I hate you sitting out here telling people that because that's not a true fact. Now, there is a lot of things Hillary did that I disagree with. And I think that there's a lot of things that you would disagree with. And I think that you should be telling people, I disagree with this because this, that, and other.
I'm always willing to learn, bro.
But when we get to the point where we start telling things that aren't quite true, we all lose credibility.
Absolutely.
Okay?
I go along with you that.
I'm Donald Stanley. What's your name?
All right, Michael DeBerry, badass Uncle Sam.
There you go. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
You go take a picture and I'm going to send it to my friend Patrick. All right?
Okay.
Okay, it's Gmail.
Alright, CC Group, I know who it is. Donald Stanley.
It's Donald A. Stanley. See, Donald A. Stanley, no
That's
God,
great.
at Gmail. That's my card. Man, you gonna get a selfie right now?
Alright.
But I think this country would be better with two functioning parties that disagree with one another on policy. And when we get into the personal stuff, but when we get into the personal stuff and we like just lock her up and all this other kind of stuff, to me,
we've grown to the point. One of the things that got him in was the fact that we were tired of seeing the two-tier justice system.
But I mean, see, we can go down that road too, and I can educate you on that because the reason he got in, he won 78,000 votes. He is president. I don't dispute that. I don't say he's illegitimate. He is president, but he won by 78,000 votes across 3 states. But he lost the popular vote by 3 million
That's
votes.
disputable too, and I'll send you that evidence.
I'm gonna tell you that's not because I know, and
I got my sources too.
No, but I'm saying I do my research on this. But the thing is each one of these people want to say that the election was rigged, this and that. Every election is run independently because each state run their own. They're not federal. Each state has their own laws. Each state. That's why when the Republicans get in, what is one of the first things that they
cut? Explain this to rock the duplicity here. When Donald Trump first mentioned that this is rigged, Obama came out and said, "Is he crazy?" He said just what you're saying. You can't rig these elections. But now all of a sudden, the investigations start. The Russians rigged the elections. Well, how can you have it both ways? How can you not rig the election, but rig the election?
That you've never heard the Democrats use that term. What they will say is it was an influence campaign, and it was. I don't think the Russians went.
How?
I mean, they went on Facebook. They put out fake news and all that other kind of stuff.
Ooh.
I mean, see, but
Facebook.
this is what I'm saying. We can't discount.
You
this
think
stuff.
Facebook?
Wait a minute. Do you honestly tell me that you think that the Russians didn't have anything to do with what happened in this election?
No, they very little. They always try to influence, like any country.
No, they do.
Tries to influence.
But they did.
But to the extent that they did, I mean, even what came out, a lot of the blogs they gave were in Russian. So who the fuck is going to take the time out to
But you got to realize, 78,000 votes out of all of the millions of votes cast.
All right, I'm going to send you something that's called black box voting. Now, there's this woman after the 2000 debacle with the Bush election.
Yeah.
Flaming liberal, left wing, right? Was an investigator. Who Bev Harris is her name.
Okay.
So she put all of her professionalism into investigating.
You talking about the one who
Wait.
Was she Secretary of State of Florida?
No, listen to me. Okay. Bev Harris was a private investigator, or investigator. It's her training. So when the 2000 debacle happened, she, being patriot, she says, she became probably the go-to person on election and voter fraud. I mean, she put all of her talents in that, became a premier world expert. In the last election, and remember, it's a flaming liberal, she said at least 5 states were stolen from Donald Trump, and she's got the figures to back it up.
Okay. I mean,
and this is a flaming liberal that said that.
Okay, so, but now you're willing to believe anything that somebody said against Hillary Clinton, and I ask you where's the proof?
No, not everything. I look at both. I'm looking at things too. But I'm seeing the lies right now, and the left going completely off the rails.
Who's to say that she was a flaming liberal? Where's the evidence that this is a flaming liberal?
She had her own words.
No, I'm just asking you. Yes, she did. Do you think she was telling the truth about that? I'm asking.
Why would she lie?
Oh, okay. So why would anybody else lie then? Why is
there you go again.
No. Why is it
that's enough? There you go. I have it enough. That's
the people
enough.
that you agree with.
I gotta get out of here.
Okay.
Soaking wet. Is that true? I'll give you another one that isn't wet.
People that you agree with, you say okay.
No, but you immediately go into that. Why should I believe that bullshit?
I didn't say bullshit. You did. And we still got to get our picture, man. I don't care if it's raining. We're going to take it in the rain. There you go. It's good to meet you.
Oh, brother.